Hey, we are back with a new episode. In this episode, we have the HC Series White Connecticut Shade Grown. With it, Jack versus Jack Bottle and Bond.
Jack versus Jack!
Thanks for tuning into Cigars, Liquor, and More as we join our buddies Bill
Howdy.
and our other brother Daryl,
Smoke up, Johnny.
chilling through 2022. Broadcasting from our studio speakeasy as they talk about cigars, liquor, and anything else that comes to mind.
Okay, so we said what we ought to do is compare Jack Bottle and Bond to Jack.
We did, and that was
And I decided
just an episode or two ago.
it's easy enough to find Jack. It's in most places.
Oh, yeah.
So I picked up a bottle, a handle of it, and we're going to do that head to head. So this HC Series White Connecticut Shade Grown is a 6.5 by 52 Toro. It has a Connecticut Shade Grown wrapper and a blend of Nicaraguan fillers and a Nicaraguan binder. Its MSRP is $7. The Jack it's Jack. It's old number 7. We all know what it is. It's Jack. But we had the Jack Bottle and Bond, which honestly, I'm sure it has existed before I saw it, but I had not seen it before. And in fact, we mentioned it at the last episode where we had it. The guy at the shop had never had it before. And I just opened it there and we both had some.
Yeah.
So, but we were like, hey, we should compare them. So here we are comparing them. Did not take long to get around to that, huh? Okay. Well, the Connecticut is mild, right? It's got a really mild cold draw. This is a pretty mild cigar overall.
Mm-hmm. I got it.
Yeah, there's something a little like floral on the cold draw, but otherwise it's pretty mild. I'm gonna light it up.
I didn't light mine correctly. Oh, there you go. That's how you light a cigar. Without doing the foot.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take a little. Okay, I'm gonna start with the Bond. So it is a little hotter. You can tell it's hotter on the nose. It's hotter by 20 proof. I forgot. The MSRP on Jack is right around $25, $26, depending on where you are. This one, actually, I've seen for lower, but I think this one was $32, the Bottle and Bond. I think you can get it for like $29, $30. Anyway, it comes up a little hotter on the nose, but I also noticed that you smell the nuttiness more in the regular Jack than you can the Bottle and Bond. I can even smell the nuttiness on the regular Jack, but not so much. I mean, it's there, I guess, but not as much on the Bottle and Bond.
It's harder to get. You take a woof of the Bottle and Bond, and it's right there. It's ready to go, ready for your. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a little bit of like. Yeah, I get the little bit of heat, and then it goes real quick though. It doesn't have a long finish.
I'm just talking about the aroma. The aroma is like right there, ready for your nose to just pick it up. With the regular old number 7, not so much. You got to take a good woof. Good draw through your nose of that in order to get anything off of it.
Yes.
Woof, whiff, whiff, woof. Woof.
Yeah. The regular Jack, obviously, it doesn't come off as hot up front. But you know what? It ends up with a longer finish. The finish seems shorter on the Bottle and Bond.
It does.
And it's definitely nuttier, the original Jack. The Bottle and Bond's not nearly as nutty.
But I'm wondering if it's that way because of... what I'm wondering is if you dilute it down...
Does it just go right back to Jack? I don't think I'm going to do that.
I'm going to try.
I'm going to trust you. It's only 100. It's not like you're dropping it from 120. Yeah.
Actually, kind of, yeah.
They go right back to it.
Well, like this, the old number 7 has a bit more flavor to it.
I mean, that's common, right? Your blenders say that. Sometimes they'll drop it below 80 to get a better idea of what their flavors are like.
Yeah, the finish is still fast with the Bottle and Bond. Still lingering with the old number 7.
Right.
I would have kind of expected the opposite. I kind of would have expected the Bottle and Bond to have a little bit longer finish than the old number 7. Not the case.
I don't know. It's happened both ways, hasn't it?
It has, but I kind of expect the higher proof to have a little bit longer
especially when we
finish.
start to get to 120. Those have a really long finish.
Not quite there.
No.
Being bonded.
No. Yeah, no.
But, yeah. Huh.
Well, one thing I did notice is it doesn't. The bottle bond doesn't say old number 7 on it.
Every day we make it, we'll make it the best we can. It's a quote on the number 7 bottle.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything of the sort. And I think we said that last time that, well it may not be the same recipe as old number 7.
It may not. But let's. One glass isn't quite as clear as the other one, but the old number 7 is a bit lighter.
Yeah, and if you look at it, the handle's much thicker bottle, so you can't really look through the two bottles because it's a handle, right? If you do that, you're looking through a lot more of it.
Yep. Yeah,
they're awfully similar, though. I think the color is very similar.
They really are. I mean, really, all you need to do is
put slightly less water in it.
No. Just don't dilute down your regular Jack. Just dilute it down only to 100, not what is that? Not 85, 90?
No, I think Jack's 80.
80. So don't dilute it down to 80. Just dilute it down to 100. Put it in a
it's 80.
Put it in a bottle and bond bottle and be done. That's all you have to do, but I don't think that's what they did because the color is so different.
What's it matter if you pour it in Coke?
Yeah, what's it matter if you pour it in a Coke? Boo. I wouldn't do that.
Would you see the post I made? I took a picture of a Jack and a Coke, and I wrote the caption. I make Jack and Coke, or I put Jack and Coke to make the Coke palatable.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, I mean, like, a lot. It doesn't matter if you put it. Now, we will make an old fashioned with the BNB this go around because I think an 80 proof probably not the way to go with a
yeah. We're more likely to get something out of it with the bottle and bond.
We'll start with that. We didn't do it when we did the bottle and bond on its own. We'll do that today.
Well, I got to tell you, I like the flavor of the old number 7.
I do too.
Better than the bottle and bond. But I kind of like the shorter finish of the bottle and bond than the longer finish of the old number 7. Isn't that odd?
No, I kind of like both of the aspect of the original. I liked it as the longer finish, and the nuttiness is
I did dilute mine down.
Not something I get a lot, so I like it when I get it. This is my official. This is nutty for me.
There you go. I didn't dilute it down to 80, but I don't know. It's probably somewhere around 90. But still, I'm still surprised.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're a good 3/4 inch in on the cigar. No, I picked a cigar today because I wanted something really mild, so it really didn't clash or conflict with the
main focus
liquor.
today is comparing the bottle and bond with the regular number 7.
Right.
All right. So as such, you got a nice mild cigar.
Oh, very.
But you got one that's going to last for a while.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the size they saw. I got a bundle of them. You take the discount in the bundle.
Price sticker for size reference.
Yeah, there you go. Where's a banana when you need one?
Yeah. Oh. I said, I said price sticker for size reference.
Yeah, well, it's a 6.5 by 52. It's good. It's good sized Toro.
It is. How are your issues coming along?
Yeah, so I had a couple splits. I've had this happen a lot lately. It is just so hot out. It does not take a cigar any time at all for it to break bad.
Yep.
I've had a perfectly good cigar in the house, go outside, and halfway through it just splits on me because it's just outside's brutal right now.
If you've got low moisture in the air, and you take that out on a hot day, it's just gonna suck it right out.
Smoke's coming out of that hole. It's drying okay.
How's it? Okay.
But I guess the hole is not enough. It is in the binder, but it's not enough to prevent me from drawing.
And you're almost to it.
And I'm almost to it.
So
now we've had these before. We've had the HC whites.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But again, I want something mild.
These are a good little stick. I remember when we were, where were we? We were at the one of the Brandon events, maybe one of his anniversary events. And beforehand, we were out there smoking.
Oh, yeah.
And we had HCs, or you had an HC, and one of the guys there goes, I never see anybody smoking those.
Yeah.
I love those.
He's like, I have them, I smoke them, but I don't see people smoke. Why are more people smoking them? I'm like, right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good cigar. Cost effective. You get them in bundles and you get them cheaper than 7. This guy is real mild. Oh, I can do a retro.
Okay.
All right, real mild retro. I got a little toast, and it's very slightly woody. It's really a mild cigar, really mild. Yeah, a little toast. Maybe a little, I don't know. What do you got?
I got Jack.
You get, yeah. No, there's some nuttiness.
Yeah, on the old number 7, do you get nutmeg?
I don't know about that. No.
What about on the bottom bond?
Bottle and bond seems to be like the same.
What kind of nut do you think it is?
Regular peanut for me.
Regular, okay.
Yeah.
Not honey peanut?
No. Not a toasted nut, not a boiled nut, not an almond finished in a sherry cask.
Does that taste like a nut that came off of Carter's farm?
Probably.
President Carter's farm?
Yes. Georgia and Tennessee are neighbors. I could see it happening.
It's real close. Come on, bring it here. It's an export.
No, I do think...
exactly.
I do think I like the original better. That's surprising because I'm almost always a bigger fan of the bottle and bonds. At the same time, I still buy it. I still pay a couple extra dollars more for the 20 more proof because I get more of what I want.
Well, and like we've said before, with the higher proof, you get to tailor it to the taste you want.
Exactly. So I can have that, or the next day I could have original recipe Jack just with a little bit of water.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm almost always going to get the higher proof and then tailor it down. Well, I'm really...
Okay, I need to go back to foolproof bottle and bond. I've done enough experimenting.
Oh, you watered it down enough, you got to get it back up?
Let's try that. Let's see what happens.
Plus, now you can tell people last night you were two-fisting Jack all night.
Whoa!
I don't know if we want to tell people that, though, do we?
No, probably not.
Actually, I chose this cigar to get out of the way of the liquor so we could do our comparison, but I kind of like them together. Because Jack's a pretty mild liquor, too.
Well, the old number 7 is the bottle and bond, not so much.
Less so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going pretty well together. I like the nut flavor with the
toast.
with the toast. Yeah, toasted nuts.
Yeah, after having had both of these, because I spent more time doing the jacks than I did doing the cigar. So when you asked me what I thought, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know if what I was getting was in the cigar or was
leftover
do a little
rinsey
from
rinse
that.
first. Yeah.
I haven't done a rinsey rinse yet.
Not of the glass. I mean of your mouth.
Yeah, I haven't done a rinse.
Have some
yet.
water. You need water. You got to hydrate. You got to hydrate. It's summer, man. There you go.
Tough guys, stay hydrated.
I don't know if shaking your head helps, but go ahead, do that.
It's a swishy swish.
Uh-huh.
You got to have fun with it, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
Sure.
Do whatever the hell you want. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't make you look weird at all.
I always look weird. So what's the difference?
Mm.
You can't argue with that one.
Okay, so
A funny thing happened on the way to the podcast episode. Go.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
What was the funny thing that
You
happened?
came in talking on the phone. What happened?
Oh, I just forgot to print out the episode notes.
And
I had to IT support my daughter through emailing me an attachment.
and
It's
and it didn't go good.
they gotta stop teaching them this Google and Chromebook BS and have them learn Microsoft. All of industry uses Microsoft.
Mhm.
Sorry, Google, you lost.
Yep.
All their stuff that's free. Also, it's abusive because everybody uses Google Docs and they just mine the hell out of that without regard. That is feeling soapboxy. Anyway,
Yes.
she doesn't know how to email something to me on Outlook.
She doesn't know how to drag and drop. She doesn't know how to do an attachment. She doesn't know. Does she know how to do Windows Explorer?
I doubt it. So I had her open a folder. And I go, just drag and drop it onto the email. Like, most of it went smoothly. Honestly, most of it went smoothly. Just drag. Of course, no child will do what you say do.
No.
She goes, well, can I copy and paste it? I go, yeah, but you can drag and drop it. It's easier. Just drag and drop it. I'll copy and paste it. God, what? I just said do that.
Yeah, a mouse click, drag, let go of the mouse click
Mm-hmm.
is easier than
Copy,
select it,
paste. Yeah,
select
I
all,
don't know.
copy, move over, select, copy, paste.
Oh, anyway. So, of course, then when you copy and paste it, it doesn't come over as a Word file.
It comes over as an email.
It comes over as an unformatted
Email, yeah.
piece. And so it was all
Or
messed
a message comes over as a message body, which is formatted slightly different than the document that you have set up that prints beautifully.
up. Yeah.
So then I take and I have to put it into a document thing so that I could then go through and format it so it would fit on a page.
All because they won't listen. Won't listen. Nope. I'm going to do it my way. My way is my way.
I could tell that it was Cassie that you were talking to when I got the email and it said, "What's up, dog?"
What's up, dog? Yeah. I think that was the subject line, right?
That was the subject. Hilarious.
Yeah.
That girl has got a sense of humor on her.
Yep.
Or if I want to piss her off, that young lady has got a sense of humor.
I have to take credit for that. I installed it, so anytime I dislike it, I got to also take credit for installing that sense of humor. Although I'll say this, she's way grosser than me. Like, she's always like, "Hey, you dare me to whatever?" I'm like, "No, don't eat that off the floor."
All kids are more gross than their parents.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So your grandkids are going to be doubly gross.
Yeah. Something like that.
It's the way it works.
Yeah,
The way of the world.
So it is.
So we, I still really like the flavor of the old number 7. but I like the fast finish of the bottle and bond. I'm stuck there. That's what I like.
See, I think I'm in the original number 7 camp. I like the long finish, and I like the higher flavors. The irony is, I'd probably still buy the bottle and bond because I want the opportunity to tailor it to what I want that day. So if I want an old fashioned, I'll make a bottle and bond. If I want a drink, I'll just add some water.
And diluting the bottle and bond down. Yeah, each time you add a little bit, you get some more flavor out of it.
Yeah,
and it's just, I don't know. It's a DIY.
Right. Yes, exactly.
A higher proof bottle is the Android of liquor, and a lower proof bottle is the Apple of liquor.
Okay, I get what you're going for.
Customization.
Right. You can customize all you want in the Android system.
Yeah.
Apple's like, we got this. Stop touching it.
We paid a lot of money to a lot of engineers to come up with this.
Don't touch it.
Don't fuck with it.
Stop touching it.
Leave it be.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of funny. I actually like the original better, but I'll still buy the bottle of bond. Well, again, things can change. Yep. If I want to put in an old fashioned, I don't want to put the regular Jack, because I've had regular Jack in an old fashioned, and it disappears. So I want to try the bottle and bond. We'll do that.
And we did not do an old fashioned when we had just the bottle and bond.
No, we didn't.
So this gives us a makeup opportunity for that.
Yeah,
which I like. I want to try it. I can't wait.
I think the cigar is going really well with it. This is a good pairing. Mm-hmm. Surprisingly so. I wasn't even going for it. But I think it's a really good way to go.
Now, the question is, which do you like it better with?
The original. Well, like you said before, the bottle and bond's a little hot for it, and it does overtake it a little.
Yep.
The original doesn't at all. It just rolls.
No, it
just rolls with it. Okay. Well, we got a couple minutes. I'll go ahead and introduce.
I think I prefer it sipping the number 7, then taking a draw versus taking a draw, then sipping.
I was going to go there next. I hadn't gotten a chance.
Well.
I hadn't gotten a chance. I haven't done it yet.
I got ahead of the story.
I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I'll do that after I make the announcement.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I just was going to say we'll give a little intro to what we're going to do this week. So this is iwaponline.com. So this is a bona fide paper. And again, it's about microplastics, because I do think this is going to be a real health problem if not right now and we don't realize it, in the future and we don't realize it. And so I wanted to throw out some ideas, some numbers, and just say what people are trying to do about it, what our water treatment plants are trying to do about it. We're now realizing it's really prevalent and really a problem. And it explains a lot. And everybody's health has been going to crap.
And grows more every day.
Uh-huh.
You should switch to glass.
And won't stop. I prefer drinking from glass. Woo! I know.
Not the way the song goes, but I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so we can come back. We can come back to that as well. We'll be right back with microplastics and more liquor and cigars.
Enjoy the any time of the day cigar. Drunk Chicken cigars are nub-alicious. So good you'll smoke it to a nub. You can get 10% off your order at drunkchickencigars.com by using the promo code CLM2020.
We're back.
I like
old fashions in hand.
Old fashioned. I do.
So I like this old fashioned. I like this one. This is a good old fashioned. I like this old fashioned. It's got a little something more to it than just the regular. Just the regular. Action.
You can taste it.
Yeah, I wouldn't make an old fashioned with regular Jack. I'd make it with the bottle and bond.
Oh yeah.
It needs the proof to manage the water down and everything else. So it's a little fruity. I expected it to be maybe a little nutty, but it wasn't. It's a little fruitier. I like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't disappear. Now, the fruitiness is not quite orange. Bearing in mind, we also didn't put orange peel in this. We're not doing all that fancy stuff. But it's a little orange. Not as orange, obviously, as the old Granddad 114, which is brilliantly orange. Yeah, but it's a little orangey for me. You like it. Why do you like it?
You mean a little orangey?
Yeah, a little orangey.
You don't like a little orangey? I do.
No, I said I do like it.
I like this. I like this a lot. I think this is a really good old-fashioned.
Think this goes in the bracket play?
I think it does.
We're going to have to make a note not to drink it.
Yeah. All right, well, we need to do a bracket play really quick.
Well, I don't think we have 16 yet. So we gotta give it more time. We don't have 16 yet.
Blah, 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 blah.
All right.
Maybe what we need to do...
I don't like what the old-fashioned does to a cigar, though.
Maybe what we need to do is have one show where when we get say two good old-fashions...
Yeah.
Let's have one of the shows pretty close to it. Do just those two.
So we just do brackets as we go and trail it.
And then we take the winners and we put those together. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Well, there's no reason we can't stretch out the old-fashioned brackets, which just requires a little note-taking and, remembering what we've done in the past and what we're doing in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it the old way.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm not remembering.
You remember?
So you've had it with the cigar? Hit it with the cigar. I don't like what it does to the cigar. The cigar with the regular Jack was real mild and it's maintained its its profile. Here, it just becomes kind of, I don't know, pungent and woody.
It becomes a burning tobacco.
Right, it loses its pleasantness. Mm-hmm. Skip the old fashioned with the white.
Yeah, good note, good safety tip, Egon. Yeah, no, it's not good with the cigar.
Nope,
but it is good by itself. I do like that old fashioned.
I do too. That's a good old fashioned.
Bottle and Bond. Jack Daniels in an old fashioned.
Make
really,
the note.
Really good.
There you go. Make the note.
BNB.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you want to cover the halfway mark before we go to microplastics?
No.
No? You want to take a toke first?
because of the
that's a good idea.
Old fashioned. Let's give the cigar a bit of a chance.
Okay, well, we'll do that. I'll drink a little water. You'll drink a little water. Come back to the cigar. So this is removal of microplastics from wastewater through electroagulation and electroflotation and membrane filtration processes. Okay, forget all that. Seriously, forget all that. That is a lot of blah, blah, blah. This is a paper article, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. I'm a chemist. I brought it in. But here, I wanted to highlight a couple key things in the paper. And it's usually good stuff in the abstract. And this is kind of what this is. So we are making over 359 million tons of plastics. Tons per year. And that was in 2018. And a conservative estimate is that 13 million tons of plastics is discharged into large bodies of water. That 60 to 80% of these discharged plastics are microplastics. So of all that 13 million tons, at least a good 7 to 8, 8 to 10 million tons.
They become microplastics.
Yes.
Right, because you throw a water bottle in the ocean, it comes apart. It doesn't necessarily decompose, but it comes apart.
Well, that wasn't clear if it was discharged in the water as microplastics or became a microplastic in the water like you described. That was not clear.
I think it's my way.
The way it's stated sounds like it's discharged because it's coming from our water treatment plants. That's what they focused on in this article. So I don't think they're talking about ocean water. But FYI, if you want a microplastic definition, it is from between 0.1 micrometers to 5 millimeters. So that's pretty big. 5 millimeters is not, that's, I don't know. I feel like that's not microplastic anymore. You know why? It's not the word micro in it anymore. It's milli.
Yeah.
I feel like a micrometer plastic ends at 1,000 micrometers.
If you can pick it up, it's no longer micro.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's what their definition is. So this is everywhere, I guess, is my point. So most of them, I guess, that they find in cosmetic products. So a large amount of what we find out is in our wastewater treatment plants comes from cosmetics. That surprised me. So those are between 1 and 4 millimeters.
That does surprise me a bit.
Yeah, and microbeads are generally from personal hair care products.
Because almost every product you use uses an oil-based product in it.
Yeah.
It's just not plastic containers or plastic bags. It's medicine. It's cosmetics. It's just plastic. Just every form of plastic. There's oil-based stuff in your clothing. Think rayon. It permeates everywhere because the oil industry has become a model of efficiency.
Well, not just
every
that,
bit of waste that it has, it tries to do something with.
Mm-hmm. We generally make plastic out of it. We don't burn it. Mm-hmm. We polymerize it.
Yes, we do.
So,
and people are constantly coming up with new ways of doing it, new things to do with it.
Well, I mean, plastics are so awesome.
It's never ending.
It's awesome. It's cost
Plastics
effective.
are so awesome, but you know what you have to do? You have to upset the environmentalists.
Actually, that's not a bad point, right? All the environmentalists went after, fracking because they're like, oh, you're contaminating this and you're contaminating that. But here's the thing that's funny.
Oh, by the very choices they make, they're doing more contamination.
Yeah, but here we are, and we're looking at microplastics, and it seems to be a major health issue, probably bigger than the side effects of fracking.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire population of the globe, and we're kind of missing it. I think we're starting to get it now. Why are we concerned?
It's not going to become a problem.
Why are we concerned? So if you want to look up some basic things.
Let me restate that. It's not going to become an environmentalist's, we're going to protest problem. It's not going to become a legislative problem because nobody wants to give up all the stuff they're using that's causing the problem.
Well, it's impossible. It's literally impossible for us to give up plastic. In the same way, it's literally impossible for us to stop burning hydrocarbons. No matter how much we don't like CO2, we can't do it. And we can't give up plastics either.
I mean, there was a pretty good campaign to take animal testing out of cosmetics. And, I mean, it's still...
They've made it kinder.
Yeah. But
it's not gone.
You're not... No.
You can't.
You can't. Because you have to have test study. You have to have test subjects prior to human subjects.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only do that with animals. You can't really simulate that.
Well, you could put it on robots, but it probably wouldn't have the same effect.
No. But you're not going to get rid of this. You're not going to get rid of the oil-based products that are in it because that makes it better. It makes it cheaper.
Yeah.
It gives you more colors. It gives you more whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not only the product itself, it's everything that's used to make the products. Right? Everything that's used to make the products uses some kind of oil-based byproduct in it. It's permeated throughout our societies.
There's no getting rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to, we want to look at why we're interested in it. Look up terms like hormone disruptor, endocrine disruptor, and cancer.
And cancer.
So all these things.
The big C.
Yeah, the big C. So we have these plastics everywhere in our bodies. They found it in our digestive tract, our intestinal tract, our organs, our feces. It's in spit. It's in everything. It's in everything. Now, what is kind of cool is you go through a water treatment plant, and if you just use a fine screen of a 3 to 10 millimeter screen, like we're doing that, we're already removing 70 to 98% of the microplastics. So that is phenomenal.
Please get rid of the larger chunks. Thank you.
Yes. Then you got a secondary process, which is biological, and that's where you have microorganisms that degrade it. But that's not something we can really rely on.
And that technology is getting better, and we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Of different things being able to digest plastic.
Yeah.
So it's getting better.
They found a bug that eats styrofoam now, and they're going to put it in, nice. What do you call it? Landfills.
Nice.
So then you go to a secondary one, and you can remove, 2 to 55% of microplastics can be removed in a secondary process of the microorganisms. So that's good. Now you move on to a tertiary one, and this one's not that awesome. So the tertiary treatment is just for removing solid matter and coagulant and nitrogen, phosphorus. So it's not as good, but its action also coagulates out, which is part of the title of the article that's real complicated. That removes like 35% of them. But we really need to get rid of this stuff.
35% from that process. Yeah. Not from the total.
No, because it's the third.
You started with 70%.
Third tier, yeah. It's third tier. So it's 35% of what's left from one of the first, right? Yep. So obviously it doesn't do a very good job.
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Now, one of the articles you sent was talking about sand filtration, and sand filtration does an awesome job of doing that. But it takes so long.
There's a lot of sand.
And it's a tough process.
And we don't have a lot of sand.
We don't have a lot of sand. The sand we want to use for
concrete.
Concrete and microchips, right?
Yep. So it's crazy.
To be fair, the sand that we use for electronics is nowhere near the same sand we use for concrete.
No. Very different sand.
There are different sands in the world.
But I guess the question is, all right, fine. You've told me about this twice now. You talked about microplastics earlier, and now you're talking about it now. And what wastewater treatment plants are trying to do to remove it from our environment.
They're trying.
What can I do? What am I supposed to do? How do I get this out of my body? Well, okay, here's one very simple way. So purewaterblog.com.
Are you going to say a health cleanse?
No.
Juice.
They specifically mentioned that 92% of all tap water and 93% of all bottled water are contaminated with them, which I thought was funny. Bottled water was more contaminated. You know why? Because it's in a plastic bottle. That's why. I bet that's why. How many of your bottled waters come in any bottle besides plastic?
Oh,
none.
Perrier.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I stand corrected. Perrier. Yeah. And then it's got glass fragments.
Yeah, and don't forget the bubbly.
But that's the thing's funny.
That's aluminum. Bubbly.
You can't buy bottled water and avoid microplastics.
Nope.
But there is a way. So the take home from this, here's the bullet point, is filter your water. Okay? If you do the filtration, or in my case, what I do is I go to the Glacier 40 cents a gallon fill, those little kiosks.
And then you put it in plastic.
I do put it in plastic. But, I could do another method.
And then you store it in plastic in the fridge to chill it.
But here's the thing.
You're not getting away from it.
Here's the thing. those systems do like 5 different filtrations, including reverse osmosis, which puts it through a 0.1 membrane.
Yep.
That is taking out almost all of the microplastics.
That's doing a good portion
You
of
do
that work.
reverse osmosis. There is nothing better. Now, sorry, environmentally it's horrible because it takes 5 gallons of water to make 1 gallon of reverse osmosis water.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I don't care. I want clean water.
There you go.
And I've been doing these kiosks for many years now.
We have been fighting clean water for all of human existence.
Oh, yeah. It used to be you made beer to get clean water.
Yep. Beer, wine.
Yeah, we started with, let's get rid of the microbes, right?
You ferment to do that.
Yeah. So that's how it started.
That was step 1.
Yeah. Then went through.
And apparently a lot of Egyptians building the pyramids got paid in beer.
Yep. That was part of their, and makeup.
Love that
which was
documentary.
actually the first term for sunscreen. Yeah.
Yep.
So, ever since Flint, actually before Flint, our lakes used to get so low, they would taste like algae. And I'm like, boo, this. I'm going to go get water.
And mud.
And I go get it from the kiosk. And I've been doing it since then. Then when Flint came out, I was like, you know what? There's absolutely no reason that couldn't be happening here right now.
Flint had and still
The
kind
lead
of
issue,
has a lead pipe problem.
Right. But who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
And they didn't notice it for a long, long time because
time.
they weren't taking samples.
Or taking them properly.
Yeah.
Now, part of it was spurred by the fact that they chose a different stream that had different pH. Not literally a brook or stream. I mean a source stream.
Yeah.
I mean it in the chemical engineering sense. So you do that, and now you change the chemistry in your pipes, and you start leaching the lead out. So it got worse in Flint because they changed something. Fine. But couldn't that happen everywhere?
They noticed it. They tried somewhere else and said, "Ooh, it's less here. Let's take our measurements there so we don't get in trouble with the EPA."
So here's the thing.
Or spend money fixing
that
the
could
damn
be
problem.
everywhere. There's no reason that couldn't be everywhere. Our pipe systems aren't that new. I don't care what city you're in.
Well, keep in mind we used lead for a long time because it's so easy to work with.
Yes.
Not to retrofit, but for new installation, it was so easy to work with, and it was cheap,
malleable, cheap.
And that was, I mean, at that time we still had lead in paint.
We still had lead in everything. We had lead in gasoline. We were burning it and throwing it into the air.
Yep, we sure were.
Oh, God.
So,
taking the band off made me ash on myself.
My band came off without a problem.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I love it. That's hilarious.
So, I suggest, for at least a couple of reasons, go get your drinking water from kiosks. Also, drink a lot of water. People don't drink enough water. We should drink more water, especially if you drink a lot of liquor.
Yep.
Which we do. So we should definitely drink a lot of water. But you should also drink a lot of water.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Okay, maybe we don't. I do. I drink a ludicrous amount of water.
No, I meant no. We don't drink a lot of liquor. No.
Oh, I thought you meant water.
No. We drink a lot of water. Yeah.
Fire water. But that's the take home. Is I recommend getting your water from a kiosk. Yeah, it's 40 cents a gallon. Okay, huge burden. You know, you can still cook with microplastic water. You're not going to get as much of it in you as when you just drink it. Maybe you don't drink a lot of water, but you should. It's going to cost you, what, 4 gallons a week? We're talking like a couple bucks.
I just don't use it for your toilets.
I mean, that's not bad for keeping a lot of microplastics out of your body.
It could become a health thing, yeah.
Well, we see
They haven't tied it together all yet. They suspect.
Oh, they are. No, they're
working on it. They're working on it.
BPA is definitely an endocrine disruptor.
But they're working on causes. And then pretty soon the death certificate's going to say, was it partially caused by plastic?
We didn't hit the middle. Now we're kind of entering the final third. But we didn't hit the middle of the cigar after we rinsed after the old-fashioned. Let's talk about the cigar a little bit and maybe a little bit about how we like our liquor with the cigar.
So, what I'm going to say is... So this cigar is more on the mild side, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've been toking on the cigar without really having... I mean, I've had some stuff, but I haven't had a whole bunch. Not enough to wash away any type of coating. And while this does not leave much, the more I smoke on it without rinsing,
drinking,
it does build.
Mm-hmm.
Not much, not even to the medium standpoint, right? But it does kind of build. And I haven't the mild cigars that we had. I haven't even considered that, right? Because I'm just doing this. It never came into play, but I did it this time by sheer accident and noticed this, and I think it's interesting. So the next time we have a mild cigar, I'm going to try to remember to just do the cigar for a bit, just to see what happens with that coating. Aside from that, I don't know about you, but I am still getting some toast from it. And now that I haven't had a bunch of the Jack, I do want to say that is in the cigar. Maybe a aromatic wood to it.
Mm-hmm.
Not a cedar, but something a bit aromatic. Because it's got a little woody undertone. But there's something else there, and I can't figure in my mind how to separate it. So I'm just going to say aromatic wood, not cedar. That's about all I've got. It really hasn't. The only change that I've experienced has been changing liquors. As I change liquors, the flavor of it either increases or decreases, but not to a huge amount, except for the old-fashioned. The old-fashioned just kind of drowned it out. But just talking about the Jack Bond and the old number 7, they impart a little bit of a different flavor, slightly different flavor, but not enough to say that it's really transitioned. The cigar itself, I don't think has. And it's a good cigar.
It is a good cigar. I think what I like is the drink before the cigar. It brings out the toast even more and adds a nuttiness to the cigar. And it just makes the cigar more interesting. The draw before the drink, it doesn't do anything for the Jack, and the cigar gets that extra little pop of flavor from the drink. So, and the augmentation of the toast. Now, the final third often brings for me amaretto, and I'm adding that to the toast and nut, which is actually really nice.
Yeah.
It's a really great combination because you got a little baking spice, you got a little toast, you got a little nut. It's kind of nice.
Now, you're using the glass that was used for the number 7. Is that what you're drinking?
Yes. Sorry. I'm drinking the old number 7, the original recipe.
Yeah, flavor-wise, I think the old number 7 goes better with this cigar.
Okay.
Individually, just talking about the Jack, individually, I still hold the same thing I said at the very beginning. I like the flavor of the number 7 and the short finish of the Bottle and Bond. I think the Bottle and Bond is a little diluted down, which kind of removes the whole thing about the Bottle and Bond, right? Because you're no longer having it at 100 proof. But I don't know. I'm leaning more towards, even though I really like the flavor of the old number 7, I find myself picking up the Bottle and Bond and putting it in the glass more than I am this number 7, and not because it's a bigger bottle. It's just...
That's no problem.
That's just the way it is.
Good on you. You know what we say, smoke what you like, drink what you
like.
Drink what you like. No judgment here. You could tell me you like a grape flavored backwoods, and I'm like, cool. What do you like about it? Is it the grapeness or something else? Fine. That's where a lot of us start. A lot of us start with whatever you can get at the grocery store.
That's
I mean,
right.
nobody starts by going into a tobacco shop, or
And
I'm sure some do.
And getting a Davidoff.
When I say nobody, I don't literally mean nobody. I mean statistically nobody.
Yeah.
But
yeah. The rounding error people do, but
more
not everybody
commonly,
else.
somebody picked up, a backwoods, a perotti, a Vante.
Or you had a friend or a coworker.
What's the one Dutch Masters?
Dutch Man. Yeah,
Remember Dutch Masters?
yeah. Oh
Picked
my
it up at a
God,
Walgreens.
yeah.
Now Walgreens is trying to be a health center now.
Or you have a friend
the
or
liquor store.
coworker introduce
Well, you pick them up at the liquor store,
or the liquor store. Yeah.
or you're lucky enough to have a friend like you or I to introduce them to cigars.
Which is the better way to go?
Totally. All the people who are friends of mine are incredibly fortunate.
Oh, damn. I hate to agree to that. But in this case, I got it.
Oh, that's awfully generous of you. Oh, boy, man. Okay. Well, I think we just about wrapped it up. You want to hit the music?
We did. Yeah, let's just do it.
So, I'm going to probably buy the bottle and bond, but I prefer the original Jack. I did not like at all what an old-fashioned did to this cigar.
No.
So I'd stay away from old-fashions with this cigar. This cigar goes really well with Jack.
I think we should always have a bottle of the old number 7 just because the flavor is
Here,
really
here.
nice. But for the most part, I'm going to pick up the bottle and bond as well. And you can't go wrong with this HC. It's great.
All right. Feel better.
Heck yeah.